personalized assessment through online presents. E-learning is often criticized for being impersonal, for teaching the masses, and then testing these students with summative tests that tell you very little about actual performance in authentic situations. Fortunately, innovative e-learning environments can do much more than that. They can actually support formative assessment and provide information about personality traits, motivation, affective skills, and also about communication features that students will largely use in working life. Here are some methods that you may consider. One is peer review. Peer review can be assigned in the e-learning environments at the click of a button, one-to-one, one for many, or group review to another group's performance. Students can not only engage in criticizing, but they also have to understand criteria for excellence in the given task. And perhaps this is even more important. They will understand what you are intending them to learn and what is good achievement and what is unsatisfactory. The second method I would like to share with you are rubrics used in an e-learning environment. You may have 4 or 5 criteria to assess a term paper, and according to each criterion, your students may achieve 4 or 5 different levels. You give them one number as a grade, or if there are a lot of students, you will definitely not, give them no more than a sentence of explanation. This is highly insufficient for a student who labored on the test paper for weeks or term paper for weeks and weeks. However, in newer e-learning environments, you can predefine criteria and levels assigned to each criterion. And then, through the click of a button, you can produce a half-page summary that will include each description according to level of excellence, according to all the criteria that you selected. The third method that can be employed for more responsive assessment is online presentation. We don't use it too often, however, it is extremely useful in business or in medicine when person-to-person communication is the key. If you're using free of charge voice and image transmission capabilities, then you can even record and later evaluate or evaluate in real time students presenting a business model, telling a patient about his or her symptoms, or giving advice as a teacher-student to the mother of a disturbed child. Writing about it is absolutely different than doing it. Another thing you can do with online presentations is to make groups present who are very far from each other. In a cross-cultural study of Japanese culture and Hungarian culture in Japan, the two groups looked at youth subcultures in the different countries, and they co-presented. Japanese and Hungarian students developed joint presentations, never seen each other, only on screen. However, the input they gave each other visually and through music and extracts of speech from media was much more than exchanging papers, of course. The last method I'm going to share with you will be using Google Docs or other whiteboard applications for developing, for co-editing, developing papers and co-editing papers. You know, of course, these functionalities, they are being used in business, but are they used in student performance assessment? Much more rarely. However, they should, because looking at a document that had been developed by a group of students, you can have a clear idea about their compilation skills, information retrieval and processing skills on the one hand. But on the other hand, you will also see how they collaborate, how they respond to each other, how they correct each other, and how they make a joint group performance that adds up to much more than individual efforts. In a society of collaborative work, collaborative learning and assessment is a practice to use.